Thank you. First of all, thanks for inviting me. It's an honor to get to come share what we worked on for the last year and what we've been working towards. It's also a very appropriate introduction as I can tell you that this was not a partisan issue throughout its process. How the committee was formed was established by state statute, and you have to have a certain amount of Republicans and a certain amount of Democrats. But to this day, I still can't tell you who's Republican and who's Democrat on the commission. We really work to keep this as a county-wide issue, not a partisan issue, because it is for all of Franklin County, not one specific group. Also tonight, I don't intend to try to sway anyone for or against. This is an informational meeting. I have worked hard in my life and in my career to base things off common sense. I'm a common sense type person. I feel if you take the time to educate yourself on the issues, then you can make a common sense decision as to which way is best and which way you should vote. I will tell you that I'm very proud of the document that we've came up with. I think if you do educate yourself on it, and common sense comes into play, then it is a document that is good for Franklin County and for the future of Franklin County and all of its citizens. I have done a lot of talks over the last several months, and again, I'm not going to try to. I've met all different types of personalities and people as I've went across the county talking about this issue. And I'll tell you that if someone is adamantly opposed to that and they have it in their mind that it's not a good thing. I was at a meeting recently in Union, and there was a gentleman that if I would have said that for forever in time, infinity, Franklin County residents with this document will not have to pay any taxes and we will all get $1 million salary each week, he would have still said he was against it. And there's nothing I can do to convince somebody with that type of mentality. So that's not my intention, is to try to convince anyone. I just want to let you know what the information is. Hopefully I'll be able to answer any questions that you have at the end of the presentation or during the presentation if you have a question about it. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to show you a PowerPoint presentation to kind of show how we got to this point, why we got to this point, and what the document actually consists of. As stated here, this will be presented to the voters on April 7th of 2009. This is a PowerPoint presentation that breaks down the Constitution in the different articles and what each one of those covers. So if at any time you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me. Can everybody hear me okay?
Oh, great. Yes.
Okay, am I too loud?
No.
All right. My clicker's broke, so I have to push this manually. But first, this is our Constitution. There's a 14-member commission that was appointed by the two circuit judges of Franklin County, Judge Gail Wood and Judge Cynthia Eckelkamp. They appointed the 14-member commission. Why we were appointed: the Franklin County citizens voted to form a Constitution Committee on April of 2008. Franklin County Circuit judges appointed us, as I stated, and that is governed by Missouri statute. We were appointed as a Constitution Commission on June 10th, 2008. Another reason that I am happy to be here is because there are a lot of rumors circulating already, and a lot of things being told. I like to call them half-truths. It's something that really frustrates me when I read about them or hear about them, because I like people to have all of the information, not just part of it. That's something that's always been a pet peeve of mine. We are a Constitution Commission. I read a letter to the editor recently in a paper that asked why we were presenting it as charter government all along, but it's on the ballot as a Constitution government. That's not the issue at all. The Constitution, we were formed as a Constitution Commission to draft a Constitution for Franklin County. In order to be a charter government, you have to have a Constitution to work underneath. Charter is a form of government, Constitution is what you work underneath. We were formed to draft a Constitution, not to form a charter form of government. We were assigned to drafting that Constitution. The members are noted here. Just so that you know, this commission is disbanded at this point, and I'll explain to you why this commission no longer exists. We have completed our task. Just myself, Jeannie Bannerman is from Pacific, Nancy Russell from St. Clair, Bob Hanson, Union, Frank Wood from Washington, Dave Baylor, New Haven, Jane Reed from Washington, Mark Piontek, Washington, Herb Adams is from Pacific, Ed Heisel is from Lavity, Sandy Lucy's from Washington, Sally Hancock's is Union, I live in Union, Prudence Johnson's from Union, J.T. Hardy's from Sullivan. Also, I neglected to introduce Jeannie Vanderman and Frank Wood also are here tonight, and they sit on the commission with me. Frank Wood was our chairman and did an outstanding job leading us through this process. Currently, Franklin County government consists of a presiding commissioner elected at large and 2 associate commissioners elected to serve a northern and southern district. The county is divided into 2 districts. We have individual office holders that are elected at large, such as the assessor, sheriff, prosecutor, auditor, treasurer, clerk, etc. The commissioners govern as established by state statute that covers first-class counties. Franklin County is a first-class county. One of the questions we get many times is how many other counties have a constitution and a charter form of government in the state of Missouri? The answer to that question is 4. And immediately people say, well, why doesn't everybody have it if it's so great? You have to meet a certain requirement of population before you can even ask for this form of government. There are currently 17 counties in the state of Missouri that are first-class counties, and of those, only 5 qualify for charter form of government. So that's why it's not broad-based across the state, because according to state statute, these counties do not apply as far as population are qualified. These 3 people, our county commissioners, are responsible to oversee county departments, budget, oversight, and personnel management. They can only establish the laws and ordinances that the state of Missouri allows them to establish based on the restrictions for a first-class county. We established early on a lot of goals as a Constitution Commission. Those goals included we wanted to review our current form of government. We wanted to identify the positive functions and also the areas of need within that government. We wanted to remain open for public influence throughout the entire process, something that I think that I'm also very proud of, because all of our meetings were open, all comments were open. We really worked hard to try to get some public input throughout this process. We wanted to confer with all the existing office holders and the department heads to see what's working for them, what's not working for them. Is there anything we can do to make it better? Is there anything we can do to streamline our form of government? We wanted to bring them into the process. We wanted to compare Franklin County to the other first-class counties in our area and also across the state. It's another thing that we were able to accomplish. We wanted to identify the future needs for the continued progress of Franklin County. We wanted to work to develop a system of government to be able to identify those needs as they came. And we wanted to empower the system of government to address the needs of the future. Empower is a word that we really used a lot throughout this process. And it's something that means a lot to us, because we did not want to try to guess what Franklin County is going to need 30, 40, 50 years from now. But we wanted to empower our government to be able to address those needs and empower the people to allow its government to address the needs when necessary. We wanted to draft a constitution to support the needs and the system of government that we identified for Franklin County, ensure that the Constitution is unique to us. We are not Jefferson County, we are not St. Charles County, we're not St. Louis, we're not Crawford, Gasconade, Jackson, we're Franklin. We're unique in a lot of ways. We are the 2nd largest county by landmass. We have areas of the county that are very densely populated. We have areas of the county that are very sparsely populated. So we wanted to make sure that this Constitution was unique to our county and again represented the entire population. We wanted to continue to solicit input on our constitutional draft as we went through. And then we wanted to present a constitution to the citizens of Franklin County for a vote of acceptance. So that was our goals.